Hello, everybody, especially on replay. Hello, thank you for joining us. So we're doing a show this weekend. So yesterday, do I look tired? We've been up for hours. We're painting stands, making a practice arena at the moment. We're going to be at the Festival of the Horse, Beaver Castle in the Midlands. There we are. I've been collecting Russians from Heathrow and Germans from Stansted and planning the show. We haven't done a show for 2 years, so can't remember it. But there we are. It's all very exciting, but at the same time really knackering. And because we were talking about shows, our minds got going to the part. I shouldn't be here. It's just chaos. It's just chaos. And I thought I'd come out and talk to you for a little bit of sanity. So morning, everybody. I hope you can hear me. Can you hear me? Just put in the comments if you can hear me, would you please? So we were just talking about shows in the past, and as we planned this show, and we came across this story, and I thought I'll just run out and tell you this story, the story of Terry. So I should probably change his name. Let's pretend I've changed his name. His name wasn't Terry, it was. And so we were at Tewkesbury Medieval Fair, and we were doing Archery, and this fella Terry was got in by somebody else. They said, get Terry, he studies in Japan for 10 years. And he turned up, and first of all, he started making a fuss because he didn't want to get on the big horse. He wanted to get on the little horse. And we know that the little horse is a lot more fiery. And we go, trust us, mate, you want to get on the big horse. But eventually he did agree to get on the big horse. He got out all his Japanese. We're getting ready for the show. We're getting ready. We're getting all our bows and arrows together. It's only a demo, but it was quite important to us. We were starting at the time and very well populated. Tewkesbury's brilliant. Tewkesbury Medieval Fair. So we were doing that, and just reassure me, guys. I see there's 21 people watching. I don't imagine you'd be watching if you couldn't hear anything. Hi, Dawn. Just you can hear me, can you? Just put a yes, and then I can be rest assured. So anyway, we're getting this horse archery show together, and Terry's turned up. We're about ready, and he's doing this really long Japanese, the thing you've got to do to get ready. You've got to meditate a certain way and fold your clothes a certain way, and making a massive fuss of it. Nobody can see him but us. And he's brought his manservant to help him get dressed. And we're on in like 10 minutes. And we're going, 10 minutes, Terry. And he's like, yeah, I'll be there. It's obvious he's not going to be there. So anyway, we get ready to go, and he's put this Japanese Yabusame saddle on the horse. It clearly doesn't fit. The horses in Japan are really thin. Our horse was it was Oscar, a big fat cobby thing, Irish sports horse actually. But there we are, and he put this saddle on, and we said it doesn't fit. And he goes, I brought my saddle. I want to use my saddle. And we're like, it doesn't fit. You can't. And eventually we compromised that he would be allowed to put the saddle on, walk alongside the horse just so that all the crowds could see his beautiful saddle, and then we'd swap it for the stock saddle that fitted Oscar. So poor old Faye, who was helping us, said, yes, I'll carry the saddle. So she gets this saddle, and stock saddles are quite heavy, and she's heaving this saddle along behind him, and he's walking along, and he's taking we've gone ahead by now because the show has to start. So the show started, and I'm kind of talking to the crowd about horse archery, going, where's Terry? Where's Terry? Where's Terry? And there we are. And we actually finish our demo. And I'm just about to say goodbye. And finally, I see him coming along, his manservant after him, and Faye lumping this saddle, red as a beetroot, leaking sweat. And they get there, and I'm having a quick conversation with Zana saying, should we just say goodbye or should we do it? And she said, we've got him here, let's do it. It's like, right, okay. So I went back in, and I know he's miles away from being ready. And so I start talking about Terry and how he spent 10 years in Japan studying the art, and he knows all about Yabusame. And then I spoke about Yabusame a bit, and how you got to start with folding socks for weeks, and the traditional methods of it, and the traditional bows. And I'm saying everything I know about Japanese, which isn't much. I'm drawing it out about the kind of bows that you use and what they're made of, and the fact that they're asymmetrical, and there we are. So I'm chatting away, and I can see them very slowly well, to be fair, Faye was working like a tornado to get this saddle on this horse. And Terry's very slowly getting himself together. Finally, he's ready. And I can run up and I say, "Are you ready?" And he says, "Yes, I'm ready." So I go running back, galloping back in front of the stands. And there's lots of people, thousands of people. I go galloping back to the stands. And I go, "Yeah, so make a nice welcome for all the way from Japan, having studied for 10 years, Terry, whatever his name was." And then I go galloping off, and he comes trotting in, and he comes in, and he trots up to the end of the archery run, and then you run back and shoot your archery target. So he trots up to the end, turns his horse round, his horse starts galloping. He is just he's just shouting, "Whoa." The horse has been trained to just run back to the other horses. He's not going to do anything different. He's shouting "whoa" and pulling on the reins. And that was it. He went out. I'd gone, Terry's absolutely brilliant. Terry's going to do this thing. He goes to the end. He comes back just shouting "whoa." And he ends up next to us. I just look at him and go, "Was that it?" And he said, no, I couldn't do this. I couldn't do that. So he said, "We'll send somebody up to the end with you, so they can hold the horse while you get ready. Then they'll turn." And so someone then walked the walk of shame. And this is taking minutes now. The atmosphere's gone. Everybody's sitting there. The music has run out. So I have to run over to the music box and put it back again. And music starts up again. Somebody holds him. He gets himself ready. They let the horse go. The horse starts galloping back again. He shoots the one arrow that's already on his string, grabs the reins, shouts "whoa" until the horse comes all the way back. To be fair, he did hit the target. And now I don't know whether to send him out again or not. And we decided not to. We had a little conflab. Everything died again. And I just went out and said, "Thank you very much. If you've got any questions about horse archery, we'll be delighted to talk to you. We're just down there. Thank you. Goodbye." And it went to a resounding silence. So we then have to go back to camp. Now, everybody is leaving the display field and they're going to like the marketplace. And our camp's on the other side of the marketplace. So we're all going in the same place. And it's thousands of people. They go onto this farmer's track and through the only gate, which is a wide gate, but you know what it's like at festivals and that, when there's thousands of people trying to get through. So anyway, we wait for the people to clear as much as possible, but there's still thousands, and then we follow along behind. So Terry's there making his excuses as to why he didn't do it. And I noticed he's carrying his shoes. And it's like, "Why are you carrying your shoes?" And there was some excuse. He's carrying his shoes. And it's like, all right, if he wants to carry his shoes. And we turn onto the farmer's track and there's hundreds of people and then a bottleneck of thousands of people where we have to go through. And we're catching up too quick. And I've been in these situations before. And the thing to do is in a very loud, authoritative voice, sing along, "Mind your backs, mind your backs, mind your backs, mind your backs." People hear the fuss. So we're coming up to this and I'm like, "Terry, what you have to do is just stay behind me, just keep walking and don't stop. Definitely don't stop in the middle of all the people because the horse will spin." I'm turning around saying this and he's walking along listening and he's got his bow across the horse just at people head height. All the people walking along and we're in the middle and he's got his bow across and he's banging them in the head on both sides, and all these people are oblivious there's a horse there until it appears, and they're like "dunk," and all these people are like, "I go, Terry, you're hitting the people." I said, "Hold your bow out and hold it straight." And he said, "I can't, I've got my shoes, I've got my shoes, I can't do it." I was like, "Oh, God's sakes." And it's getting thicker and thicker, people and people in this massive gate. And I was like, "Give me your shoes. I'll take your shoes." So I've got his shoes. It's like, "Right, fall in behind me. Don't stop. Don't hit anyone with your bow." And I go, "Mind your backs, mind your backs, mind your backs." And it is a nervy situation. There's people everywhere. You've got to take control. You don't want your horse spinning, crushing people, knocking people into that. We shouldn't have been there, quite honestly. But it was just a mistake in the organisation of where the horses go. And I think nowadays I'll probably make a different decision. But these were the early days, and this was the experience that taught me. So anyway, we're going to this gate, and I'm singing away, mind your backs, mind your backs, and it does work. And just controlling everybody, making like Moses going through the sea of people, and we get safely through. And I'm like, mind your backs, and it starts to clear where the gate turns in, like funnels out into the marketplace. Starts clear. I'm going along, and I just turn to check that Terry's behind me, and he's stopped in the middle of the gate and got off his horse. He's all the way back there, about where that white umbrella over the fish pond is miles away, in this gate, in amongst thousands of people, and he's got off the horse and he's just stood there. Oh, Terry, what are you doing off your horse? And he goes, you've got my shoes. And he was stuck. He got off the horse, forgetting that he'd got no shoes on, and he couldn't walk on the cobbles. And he just stood there all the way over there, and the people everywhere just go, "You've got my shoes." There we are. So that was the story of Terry. I need to get on with some work now. Hope you enjoyed that. See you later. That's made me laugh.